If you keep repeating the same experiences in relationships, this is not fate. It may be unmet developmental needs echoing into adulthood. So before you blame yourself for struggling in love, find out what your attachment style is. Your childhood may be running the show. And here's the important part: you didn't choose your attachment style, but you can choose to understand it and heal it starting now. In this video, I'm going to walk you through how attachment styles form, how development milestones shape relationships, and why your nervous system reacts the way it does. How awareness can begin changing the way you connect. Attachment begins before you have words. When we think about relationships, most people focus on adulthood. So when we're dating, when we're in conflict, work conflict, communication, but actually attachment begins a lot earlier when we're infants. So long before we could explain our feelings, your nervous system was learning, am I safe with this person? So, developmental milestones that we must meet in childhood, our emotional milestones, will help create a secure connection. So, this is learning emotions are safe to express, feel comforted when I'm in distress, and develop trust and consistency with your caregiver. Also, learning independence while staying connected. So, I'm allowed to explore, feeling accepted without performing. And when these experiences happen consistently, you gain a strong sense of self. But when emotional needs are ignored, connected to fear, the nervous system adapts. Not because we're flawed, but because we need to stay connected and safe. So children don't become insecure because they're weak, because something's wrong with them. They're adapting to emotional environments around them. Your attachment style shapes your adult relationships. So attachment styles don't disappear when we grow up. They often show up strongly in romantic relationships and our friendships and conflict. So any place where we're going to have emotional closeness. So the four attachment styles that we're going to talk about today and have shown up since childhood is one is a secure attachment. And this is what we're really leaning towards. This is what ideally we would get out of childhood. So we're safe with closeness. We want to be connected to other people. We can overcome conflict. We can overcome stress, not because we're perfect, but because we generally feel safe and we've gotten consistent care from our loved one. On the opposite end is anxious. So we're highly focused on connection. So if you have an anxious attachment, you're going to fear abandonment. You're going to overthink interactions. You're going to need constant reassurance. You feel emotionally overwhelmed if someone pulls away. You think they're running away. And this is a fear of losing connection with this person. Now, on the other side of the spectrum, anxious is avoidant. And avoidant is feeling overwhelmed, over unsafe when people get too close. So pulling away emotionally, really valuing hyper independence, and really uncomfortable when needing others. Trouble asking for help. So distance is protection. And then there's a fourth attachment style, and that's really in between. You're going back and forth between anxious and avoidant. So you're wanting closeness and fearing it at the same time. So this develops when caregivers are confusing. They have, put fear, a lot of abuse, neglect will cause a uh, disorganized attachment style. So, as children, as infants, we learned, our nervous system learned how to adapt. So that this isn't right or wrong or bad or good. It is what it is. This is just how we coped. And what helped as infants isn't helping now. So we are able to heal. Attachment styles are not permanent. We can gain and we can gain a secure attachment style, and that is, am I safe right now? When the answer feels yes, you feel calm, present, you connected to other people. If the answer is no, you don't feel safe, then it's anxiousness, defensiveness, withdrawn. Like it's too difficult to be vulnerable with others. And then we miss out because your body is just not present. And what is learned in the past is still showing up today. So if love was conditional, unpredictable, and unsafe, your system may expect that right now. What does healing look like? Healing doesn't mean being perfect. It means slowly building new experiences safely. So this can be becoming aware of how we react, learning how to regulate our emotions, establishing boundaries and building supportive relationships, and allowing yourself to receive help. You don't need to earn love. And this is called an earned secure attachment. If you recognize yourself anywhere in this video, you are not broken. Your system learned to adapt to the environment it grew up in. And awareness is powerful because once you understand why you react the way you do, you have more choices to heal and to move forward. You didn't choose your attachment style, but you can choose to understand it and slowly create a different experience of connecting. I have an upcoming workshop, July 11th. I will put it in the description and down below. And I will hope to see you there.